小时候看《玩具总动员》，总相信玩具会陪伴我们冒险。长大后 ，Gogoro 让童年想象成为现实。Gogoro EZ500 玩具总动员系列，1秒带你重温童年。超大空间和一键倒车功能，让亲子轻松出游。现在到 Gogoro 门市赏车，把玩具总动员购物袋、贴纸包带回家。详细活动以官方资讯为准。
Brian 刚被公司 layoff， 下楼跟同事 Chloe 在咖啡店碰面。
Hey, thanks for coming down so fast.
Of course. You sounded weird on Slack. What happened?
I got laid off 20 minutes ago. 15-minute calendar invite, no warning.
Wait, what? You're kidding. You're on the core team.
Was. They restructured the whole division. I'm not the only one, about 40 people across product and eng.
God, I'm so sorry. Did they at least give you a decent severance package?
3 months plus my unused PTO. Healthcare extended through August. It's not nothing.
That's actually solid for this market. Are you okay?
Honestly, I'm blindsided. But if I had built up my side projects last year, I wouldn't be panicking about runway right now.
Don't beat yourself up. Nobody saw this coming. AI restructuring just hit our floor first.
I should have seen it coming. 2 rounds of voluntary exits in 6 months. I was the writing on the wall.
Listen, I know a recruiter at Anthropic. Let me put in a good word for you. You'd be a strong fit.
Seriously? That would mean a lot. I'll send you my updated resume tonight.
Send it. And Brian, you'll land on your feet. You always do.
Welcome back to MJ English. I'm Jason. If you've been watching the tech news this spring, 2026 has been brutal. Meta, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, all running fresh rounds of layoffs under the same headline, AI restructuring. The conversation we just heard between Brian and Chloe is happening in cafes all over the Bay Area this month. And it's the conversation Taiwanese engineers tell me they freeze on.
And I'm Mary. The freezing isn't because of English level. It's because the wrong word at the wrong moment will tank your career story. We're going to walk through 5 moves Brian and Chloe just modeled, and the one piece of grammar, mixed conditional, that lets you talk about a layoff like an adult who's been through it before.
Move 1, the disclosure. Brian says, I got laid off 20 minutes ago. 3 things to notice. First, got laid off, not was laid off. Got is more conversational in spoken English. Was sounds like a press release. Second, the timestamp. 20 minutes ago is brutal, but Brian's honest about it. Pretending it happened last week when it didn't makes you sound like you're hiding shame.
And third, the absolute critical thing.
法国人一天中总会留给自己一杯咖啡的时光。走进左岸咖啡馆，点杯曼特宁风味咖啡，用深焙浓郁的咖啡本质与灵感浪漫相遇，让思绪在塞纳河畔温柔靠岸。曼特宁风味咖啡，每一口都是极致浓醇，享受一个人。我在左岸咖啡馆。
Makes you sound like you're hiding shame.
And third, the absolute critical thing. He says laid off, not fired. In English, these 2 words live in different universes. Fired implies you personally did something wrong. You missed deadlines, you broke a rule, you got caught. Laid off means the company restructured and your role got eliminated. It's about the company, not about you. If you slip and say, I was fired, when you were actually laid off, every recruiter you talk to for the next year will silently downgrade your story.
Move 2, the friend's reaction. Chloe doesn't sugarcoat it. She says, wait, what? You're kidding. That's the right register. Don't go, oh, I'm so sorry as the first beat. That's funeral language. It puts your friend in a coffin emotionally. Genuine shock, wait, what? Actually validates the news as unexpected, which is what your friend needs to hear.
And then she follows with the practical question. Did they at least give you a decent severance package? A severance package is the compensation bundle you get when laid off. Salary continuation, unused PTO cashed out, healthcare extended. In Silicon Valley 2026, 3 to 6 months is the standard. Anything less is a red flag. Asking this question is how friends signal, I'm taking your situation seriously, not just emotionally, but logistically.
Move 3. The emotional admission. Brian opens up. Honestly, I'm blindsided. Blindsided is a vivid American word. It comes from football, when a tackler hits you from a side you couldn't see. In daily English, it means completely unprepared, ambushed. It's not surprised. Surprised is mild. Blindsided is the news hit me like a truck.
And right after that comes the grammar centerpiece of this episode. Brian says, if I had built up my side projects last year, I wouldn't be panicking about runway right now. This is mixed conditional. Hear it again. If I had built, I wouldn't be panicking. The if clause is in past perfect, talking about something that didn't happen in the past. The result clause is in present continuous with would, talking about how that past affects the present.
This is different from regular third conditional. Third conditional, if I had X, I would have Y. Both halves are in the past. Past wish, past consequence. Done. Mixed conditional pulls the consequence into the present. If I had built side projects, I wouldn't be panicking now. The past decision is still bleeding into now. That's what makes mixed conditional emotionally heavy. You're saying the past hasn't finished hurting yet.
For Taiwanese learners, here's the trick. When you want to express present regret about a past decision, default to mixed conditional. Not, if I had saved more, I would have been fine. That's past. Try, if I had saved more, I wouldn't be stressed right now. Past, present. That's the sentence a layoff conversation needs, because the consequence is still happening.
Move 4. Self-blame meets friends' pushback. Brian says, I should have seen it coming. Should have plus past participle, the classic regret structure. See it coming means foresee, predict. He's blaming himself for missing the signals. Chloe immediately counters with, don't beat yourself up. Nobody saw this coming. This is the choreography of American consolation. One person self-flagellates, the other person catches them. Learn both halves. You'll be on both sides of this conversation in your career.
Move 5, the gift. Chloe says, I know a recruiter at Anthropic. Let me put in a good word for you. This is the most valuable sentence in the entire conversation. In the US, 80% of tech jobs are filled through referral, not through LinkedIn applications. When someone offers to put in a good word, they're literally handing you a winning lottery ticket. The correct response is not, thanks, that's too light. The correct response is what Brian says. That would mean a lot. Acknowledge the weight of the offer.
One more piece of vocab worth holding on to. Runway. Brian says, I wouldn't be panicking about runway. Runway started as startup jargon, how many months a company can survive before running out of cash. It's now crossed into personal finance. I have 6 months of runway means I have 6 months of savings before I have to find income. It's a powerful word because it implies you're thinking like a CEO of your own life, not a victim of circumstance.
Let's listen one more time. This time, count how many times you hear the passive form, I got laid off, they restructured, and notice the rhythm. Brian doesn't dwell on the bad news. He names it, then immediately moves to the practical layer. That pace is the difference between a victim story and a recovery story.
Hey, thanks for coming down so fast.
Of course. You sounded weird on Slack. What happened?
I got laid off 20 minutes ago. 15-minute calendar invite, no warning.
Wait, what? You're kidding. You're on the core team.
Was. They restructured the whole division. I'm not the only one, about 40 people across product and eng.
God, I'm so sorry. Did they at least give you a decent severance package?
3 months plus my unused PTO. Healthcare extended through August. It's not nothing.
That's actually solid for this market. Are you okay?
Honestly, I'm blindsided. But if I had built up my side projects last year, I wouldn't be panicking about runway right now.
Don't beat yourself up. Nobody saw this coming. AI restructuring just hit our floor first.
I should have seen it coming. 2 rounds of voluntary exits in 6 months. I was the writing on the wall.
Listen, I know a recruiter at Anthropic. Let me put in a good word for you. You'd be a strong fit.
Seriously? That would mean a lot. I'll send you my updated resume tonight.
Send it. And Brian, you'll land on your feet. You always do.
After the replay, you'll notice the entire emotional arc. Shock, severance check, self-blame, friends reassurance, referral offer fits in under 2 minutes. That's the model. A layoff conversation isn't a confession or a therapy session. It's a brief, dignified handover of information between adults. The vocab and patterns we covered are designed to keep you upright through that 2 minutes.
I'm Mary. If you remember nothing else, remember 3 things. Say laid off, not fired. Lean on mixed conditional for present regret about past decisions. And treat let me put in a good word for you as the most valuable currency in your career.
I'm Jason. The job is gone, but the conversation is yours. Speak it well, and you'll land on your feet. See you next time on MJ English.